Today in the battle arena, we have two members of the Suicide Squad going head to head. The freshwater versus the saltwater. This is a matchup from the DCEU. In one corner, we have King Shark, Nanawe, the acclaimed descendant of an ancient shark god. And his opponent took a step backwards in evolution, says Amanda Waller, the Killer Croc. Who do you think is going to come out on top? Stay tuned to find out. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Drew, and you are watching DanCo. Thank you so much for coming to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, or maybe videos that you've seen in the past, please make sure to take a second right now to subscribe, to like, and to turn on the notification bell to help us continue to bring you content like this. The Suicide Squad is made up of a few anti-heroes, all trying to do like the right thing, but each movie has to include more than just an anti-hero, but a animal person hybrid thing. So let's start off the battle today with King Shark from the newest Suicide Squad movie. Nanawe, known as King Shark, is rumored to be a descendant of an ancient shark god. While King Shark isn't the fastest or the smartest character in the Suicide Squad, he proves that he's loyal and he's tough, but really just dope to look at. I feel like walking around with a buff shark brings a lot of clout. Let's talk about his strength. This dude is wildly strong. So his jaws, no pun intended, they are stupid powerful. Probably the most powerful weapon in the whole movie. Let me explain. We see assault rifles shooting at Starro, and it leaves no sign of damage at all. Again, we see Bloodsport add attachment after attachment after attachment, completing the full Call of Duty Battle Pass to have all the attachments that he needs, and still his gun only distracts Starro. Okay, so now that results in Bloodsport telling Nanawe that Starro is num-num. So King Shark slightly jogs toward him and then casually jumps 5 stories to grab onto the side of Starro. So this is a side note, but kind of serious information for a feat. If you can jump 5 stories, that's pretty impressive. That's good hops. This adds a whole new layer of fear and phobia towards Sharknado movies if they can do stuff like this. Once he gets to Starro, he starts to tear into him bite after bite. This is the first time that we see Starro actually take damage. So King Shark's jaws are really impressive. To add another layer of our Sharknado phobia, just for being human, we're told right at the very beginning of the movie that King Shark has acquired a taste for human flesh. And we see multiple times in the movie him just eat people whole with ease, attempting to eat Ratcatcher 2, and then ripping people's heads off. Waller says that he's one of the strongest on the team, and we see for several reasons why. He actually takes a person and rips them horizontally, like right and left in half. I'm going to spare you the visual. You probably should just watch the movie, but it's crazy if you want to see that. Let's talk about King Shark's durability. When it comes to gunfire, King Shark seems to be unmatched. Even from the specialty guns and bullets from Bloodsport, King Shark is only knocked backwards by each round. After all the gunfire, there's no real bruising or tearing or blood at all. He's just very normal and just tired from being shot. King Shark is thrown by Starro into a big building, and then the building falls on top of him. We see the monster throw the Thinker and turns him into red mist. That means he's pretty strong. King Shark's able to take a blunt force blow to a building. Also, King Shark falls off the top of a building and then is shot several times as he's on the ground, and with no injuries continues to eat people. The only time we really see King Shark get hurt is from his friends turned enemy, jellyfish bloodsuckers. Their piranha teeth-like things are able to cut through King Shark's flesh, and we see some obvious damage from that. But no other time does King Shark even flinch. Okay, so that's Nanawe, our King Shark. In the other corner, we have Killer Croc, the crocodile Steve Irwin wouldn't even dare to mess with, also known as Waylon Jones. A really good name for a country artist, might I say. But this dude looks rough. Like, King Shark looks cool. He's a shark. He looks awesome. But Killer Croc is just rough. Like, he's hard to look at. He looks like he's lived a hard life. Standing at 7 feet, 360 pounds, he's a big boy. So Killer Croc has superhuman-like powers, high endurance, boost of lightning speed and reflexes. His reptilian scales protect him from high-caliber gunshots. He also has the ability to hold his breath underwater for a long period of time. But since he's fighting a literal walking shark, I'm not sure that's going to give him much of an advantage here. We see in the first Suicide Squad movie, Killer Croc takes down several officers in a fight. He actually pulls a man into the water and kills him there, which is pretty gruesome. Throws monsters in the air into cars. He even one-punches some of the goons from the movie. Just punches straight through their face. He's just brute, and he's strong, and he's mean. Killer Croc slams Enchantress into the wall and then throws her across the room. That's kind of a big deal. Killer Croc doesn't have a ton of feats in the original Suicide Squad movie. Apparently, Batman ran him out of Gotham, so he made his home in the sewer system afterwards. While mostly every superhero is more strong, or anti-hero for this matter, is more powerful in their comics, let's be honest, it would take a crazy budget for a movie to actually be able to get every character to have all their features and their abilities to look great on screen. But Killer Croc is doing way more impressive things in the comic book. Ripping off heads of demons, defeating Bane, that's a big deal. He transforms into Hydra, like not Marvel, but this one, a huge dragon, where Wonder Woman says that she knows only 2, maybe 3 people that can beat him. I'm thinking like Superman, Flash, like the big 3. The writers realized this was kind of overkill, so they brought him back to human form of Killer Croc. But since this is a battle between Killer Croc and King Shark from the Suicide Squad movies alone, who comes out on top when they go head to head? So after all being said, Killer Croc is not an easy kill over. We actually don't really ever see him meet his match in the movie. He touches Enchantress as he throws her across the room and loses some of the scales on his hands, but only for a moment, and that's really the only time we see him affected. I may honestly just be biased, but King Shark is kind of the GOAT. He's just fun. He's hilarious. He's a walking, talking, buff Chad of a shark. This is a guy you invite with you to Dave & Buster's to play DDR. Can you imagine a huge shark playing DDR? Killer Croc is just like hard to look at, honestly. His character is hard and just not really relatable and really not easy to like. No offense to Killer Croc fans. That's awesome if you like Killer Croc. They need their fans too. But we have to see these two go head to head. I mean, they're literally playing the same part in their movies. An animal-like anti-hero thing that's misunderstood, and it's a bit of an outcast among outcasts. So you have Killer Croc versus King Shark. So we make them fight each other. And if these guys go head to head, I think that King Shark would just be too tough and his bite is too strong. He also kind of dwarfs Killer Croc. Killer Croc may be fast and more agile than Nanawe, but look at those biceps. Nanawe makes Peacemaker look small. He literally makes Killer Croc look like pre-super serum Steve Rogers. I think King Shark may stomp here. Sorry to say it, he's just way cooler. Let me buy the shirt, I'm buying the keychain, I'm buying the mug. King Shark #1 fan, King Shark wins. Hey, but that's my opinion. What do you think? Who do you think wins this fight? Also, if it was the comic versions of Killer Croc and King Shark, who would come out on top? Make sure to sound off in the comments below. Also, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, turn on notifications, join the DanCo army,